boys and girls. Let me start off by saying, welcome back to Mitch Wayne's World. And as you can see, things are a little different now, you know?
Mitch Wayne's World.
Things will never be the same. No, I'm just playing. I'm not really feeling all cryptic like that. I do have a new couch though. This right here, this is a potting couch. Not potting like plants, but potting like audio in your mouth, in your gosh darn mouth. And yeah. You know, I'm just popping in, just checking in. I haven't spoken to myself in a long time. Not a long time, but I got a little bit off the track. And with the last couple episodes I put out, they were older ones. Cause you know, I think the last time that I podcasted, we'll start here. The Mavericks had just gotten to the Western Conference Finals, I believe. I'll have to go back and look. And in that process, we went to the finals. And in that process, I had a lot of work to do in my job, and I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching the Mavs do really well in the playoffs. And with that being said, it took me off track when it comes to my creative pursuits, right? So here I am, creatively pursuing and things like that, things of that nature. I honestly really just wanted to see how this new setup works, because I'm gonna be changing things up again here shortly, but I'm just trying to be consistent, you know? Life is, so many things are all about consistency. Compounding is a very important concept that I feel like we're not properly taught in life, but, you know, is important. I don't want to get all spiritual, lyrical, mystical, twistical on the evening though, because listen, it's late at night, and you know, your boy just been out here. Your boy been out here circulating through life, and it goes up and down and left and right. But there's a couple things that I can control, and one of them is this, and I really enjoy doing it, and I think about it often. So I just sometimes, I don't know if anyone else, I guess with like a lot of, like, anyone who pursues something in life, like whether it's a sport, like I've felt this with different things throughout life, a sport, an academic achievement, a spiritual achievement, whatever it is, something that's not even like an achievement, just like a pursuit, just pursued something that they like really enjoy, a craft. Yeah, a craft is a better example. There's sometimes this, like, especially people who are like super ADHD or can like be anxious or whatever, there's this like block you can create like with yourself to, I don't know, with just like performing. And it's like the things you want to do the most, sometimes you create this like barrier and you make it like work to yourself. And that's like a weird conditioning thing that like you have to just unlearn. Because even with things like working out, for example, staying fit, it's like so many people have created this like mental block with themselves where like most people want to be fit, but a lot of times have had some sort of bad experience or just don't enjoy it or whatever with like the actual act of like doing it and getting fit. And I don't know, we just like humans always try to keep ourselves from being the best version of ourselves, but sometimes it's not all bad. I think also too, like overthinking and trying to live your life too. Hold on, the AC is cutting on. Megatron just walked in the room. I think just trying to take care of yourself too much and over intellectualizing everything, as I like to say or talk about, as I can't help myself from repeating myself with certain things. But I really do think that can just like, that'll hold you back in life, you know? That'll also create this, like, I don't know. Does anyone really know? I don't even really know what the point of what I'm saying is. It's just fun to pursue things. It's good to pursue things. And sometimes I get like caught up with myself and I'm like, damn, I'm like doing this too much or doing that too much. I need to focus. I need to grind. But also, like, man, some of the coolest people I know, like, yeah, they grind, but they love grinding, but not even in like a hardcore sense, just in like they enjoy what they do and they know they just finesse. They go out here and they finesse. And I'm talking about real world people. Like, some people, you know, something that's really cool that's going on is like, I feel like, I don't know, like Shane Gillis and Matt McCusker, they're just like couple of normal ass dudes, and they're two of the biggest. Or Shane Gillis is one of the biggest comedians right now. Matt McCusker's not that big, but he's still a huge part of their podcast. And I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with all this. There's just so many different things, but I just felt the need that I needed to record a fresh episode, and then I got a lot of things that I want to talk about. The Mavericks were such a fun thing to watch, and oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. I don't know, just not overthinking stuff and not overdoing shit and giving yourself a little bit of slack, but then also, you know, having discipline and being consistent with some things and allowing good habits to compound on themselves is also an important thing. Life is all about balance, you know. It's about finessing over here, focusing over there, finessing here, you know what I'm saying? Getting a little freaky, you know, but not too freaky. Don't get too freaky. I was looking at the last episode that I made, and yeah, I got a haircut too. I don't look like such a little, I don't know, I looked fine, and I like how I look now, but it is what it is. You just gotta sometimes. Bro, this couch is fire. We're about to have more homies on the pod, so they can be over there and over there. We can, you know, whatever. I'm saving a lot of my ball talk, my basketball talk. Not get your mind out the gutter, brother. For another episode I want to record next week, because I want to talk about I had one of my homies that I watch pretty much all of the Mavs games with, besides like 2 of the playoff games, and I just wanted to talk about that with him, have a little guest on, you know, open up the convo a little bit, open my door and say, come on in, let's talk about ball, brother, you know. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a spiritual experience, and some people laugh at that, and I understand laughing at that, but it is what it is. They did not pull through, and that's all right. They still went to the finals. I hate when people, like, all of a sudden, like, they lose, and then everyone's like, ah, can't believe that. Oh, my gosh. And, like, yeah, it was tough, but, like, bro, there were 2 of 32 teams, 2 of 32 teams that were left at the end. Like, what are we tripping about? And it's not like they're going anywhere, but who knows? I got a little off my exercise grind too, and just got a little, I don't know, sometimes you get so caught up in like nonsensical things and chasing. You just be chasing, and then I'm like, why am I chasing? And then compounding goes both ways, just so you're aware. And sometimes the negative stuff compounds on itself too. Actually, more often than not, the negative stuff compounds on itself, because you just don't even really realize it. And then you're like, why am I tripping? And then it's like, oh yeah, because I'm not taking care of the things that I want to take care of. So, yeah, there's just so many things that I feel like I need to be more. I was doing good about being topical for a second, and I need to do that again. I got my phone on a little stand right here. This is how we're gonna start changing things up. What should we look up? Oh, I wrote something down. Kind of goes with what I was saying, but something that I am really trying to remind myself and just people around me that whenever, we start tripping, is like, these are like the good times in life, and I kind of thought about it in like the good times can like always be, besides like, there's obviously tragic things that happen and shitty things that happen, but you just never know when you're gonna face a new challenge or go into a new phase of life. And so like, it's just really, I'm not the first person to say this, and I won't be the last person to say this, but like, it's really important to just like be present and just be like, yeah, times are really, really good right now. I mean, and I'm broadly speaking, for some people times aren't that great, but I even look back to times in my life when life really sucked dick, and I was always looking to the next phase and the next phase and the next phase. And like, I don't know, I think back to when like I was younger and I had more like financial means, just because of like the path that I took before I went to school, and kind of like, tapered off some things. But I was like super depressed in that period because I just like wasn't as connected with my friends, and like I felt ahead and more mature than a lot of people, but it didn't really serve me in any kind of way. And I think back then, like, I could have, if I had a different perspective, I could have really enjoyed life in a much different way. Not to say I didn't enjoy my life, but it was just a lonely, isolating place. And like, now I'm older and I have less financial means, which I'm not really worried about because I'm, whatever. Still, I got a couch, dog, and I got a couch and a mic. What else could I need? This is Mitch Wayne's world, baby. We don't need much. But I just think about how like I feel now, especially, being surrounded by my friends and stuff like that, is like, I don't know. It's so easy to always be wanting and be on that grass is greener shit, but sometimes the grass is pretty green. Sometimes it's not even grass. Sometimes you just, even if you're in the dirt, all right, or if you're in the mud, like, there's just the redeeming qualities to all of those things. So, I don't know. It's just important to sit back and look at the things that you do enjoy in life and really enjoy them. And just, I think, here, I'll get all lyrical spiritual again, but like a good metaphor for it is like, I was always so looking like past what was going on right in front of me because I wanted to get to the next stage in life, that I missed a lot of opportunity that was like right in front of me in this stage of life. And then you look back and you're like, damn. But you can't be too regretful, because then that's also like the exact same thing. Like you're looking past all the things that are going on right here because you're looking backwards. So yeah, it doesn't always have to be a therapy session. That's also another reason I want to bring like more people on and talk to people, because sometimes it's hard to just be full on silly right by yourself. I can't just be making myself giggle out loud by myself all the damn time. This shit is hard, okay? So I want to have some friends over and I want to talk to them about things in life so we can giggle more, because I'm getting sick and tired of, no, I'm not getting sick and tired of it. I actually really like it. And once I get more topical, things will be a little bit more interesting. And like, I want to do, like, I got a Casio watch the other day, and one of my older coworkers was like, oh, that's a really cool watch. And it was like a really cheap watch. It was like a $50 watch, and it wasn't like a G-Shock. It's just, they make like cool vintage looking watches that are super cheap. And even like watch people, they're cheap, but the watch people still are like, oh, it's cool. And he was like, is Casio coming back? And I was like, I have no clue. Did it go any? I don't know. I don't know. And usually, I don't know. I was just like, I don't think people of like my age group necessarily, like some of us do, like hype beast people, but it's like a small subset. Most people are just like, oh yeah, that's nice. And then like, I don't know. But it just got me thinking, like, I just was looking at like the history of Casio and stuff like that, and that's something I want to talk about here, because it has like a lot to do with human computer interaction. I like the watch, so stuff like that. I'm not prepared for that right now because I haven't been disciplined and consistent, and I'm just trying to double down, and again, doing more episodes every week, all that stuff, more giggles and interesting topics. So Let's see if I could pull up a little interesting topic right now. I have some like ranting ass topics that are a little bit more like aggressive, but I really don't feel like being aggressive right now. I gotta be honest. I kind of want to just chill. What do I have been going down, dude? I've been playing a lot of tennis. I've been playing a lot of pickleball too. And here's the thing. Honestly, probably some of y'all that are gonna watch this are gonna be like, I knew you'd be playing pickleball, because it's white boy summer. Of course I'm playing pickleball. I'm playing tennis. I'm playing golf. What? Are you kidding me? I started drinking beer this year. Like, what? It's stop yourself. But I've been playing racket sports, and man, I wish my parents were just like less aggressive, bro. Like, I love y'all, but like, damn, y'all is intense ass people. I don't know. I just think about how like the reasons that like I didn't play tennis growing up or didn't golf growing up or whatever. Not to say that I wish. Sometimes like my brother will be like, yeah, I wish we would have only played golf when we were younger. I'm like, yeah. And if you see this, yeah. I don't feel that way, because like, I don't know, especially as like a young man, I think I don't know, even for girls, like playing like intense competitive sports is like good. Not that tennis isn't and golf isn't, but at least for guys, like a rough sport like kickboxing or football or even basketball, I don't know, there's just something that is really, really good about that. But you can do both, and I don't know why. I feel like it's like a cultural thing at large for the most part. I feel like people feel like you can't do both, and maybe you can't, and there's a reason that you can't, that maybe someone knows that I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, there becomes like a time thing that you can't put too much time into too many things. But I just imagine like LeBron James or someone of that stature playing tennis, and I'm like, is there a reason that, like, are they too big? Are they like, because I'm not that small at all, and I don't know what's a normal tennis player's size, but it's such a fun sport, and like the outfits are fly, most of the girls are cute. Like, how could you not want to be around that? It's a beautiful sport. Like golf is fun, but it's like a little bit more of a bro-y sport. Tennis is where a lot of pretty men and women just meet together and slap some balls around. How tall is Roger Federer? Okay, so he's 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Okay, so how much does he weigh? He weighs about 190. Oh, dude. I don't know how I feel about this, but I have a tennis player's build. That's interesting. Okay. Well, there you go. But yeah, it's just nice when a bunch of attractive people get in cool outfits and start smacking balls around. That's pretty much how I feel about that. At least that's what I like to be a part of. So, you tell me. Not that I still have my love for hooping. And I don't know, I haven't played football in forever. It's like kind of hard to just like go play football. But you can like play pickup basketball, and you can, dude, there's leagues and stuff too. It's crazy when I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. I just being competitive and playing sports and playing video games and all that stuff is like so fun. Such a good time. Even like when people suck, like I don't mind playing things. Like I'm terrible at tennis, especially compared to people who are good. But it's still fun, and then you can get better, and then you see yourself getting better. Like, I don't know. Still young enough to pick things up, but old enough to know that I can't really do shit with it, so it's a little pointless. Sometimes I would start pursuing things, and I go a little too hard on them, and I'm like, all right, wait, this is useless. This is cool, but this is useless. So, I don't know. It is what it is. Once again, these are the good times. I think I'm going to make a whole episode just based around that concept. Trying to see if there's anything else. I'm just scrolling through my photos. Oh, there's all these cool, like, there's been a trend that I've been seeing going around, but like, if modern animes were made in the 90s, and it just takes the characters from modern animes and gives them like a 90s anime filter, and dude, fire. Really it just really hits me right in the aesthetical pleasure center. So there's that. Oh, yeah, so now that the finals are over, I can talk positively about the Celtics. I like Jaylen Brown. I don't I don't know if, like, none of these people care about what I think about them. But Joe Mazzulla, their head coach, I learned this about him today. He was in the same draft class as Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Kawhi Leonard, Isaiah Thomas, and Klay Thompson. Now, I got that off Instagram, and I didn't fact check it, so there could be some fake news in there. But he's 35, 37. I don't recall. And it looks like he played at West Virginia, and just so many things about him. I like the way that he's a good Christian man, and like stands on that shit. But also, like Jaylen Brown is Muslim, and they have a great relationship with each other. And the way that he just stands on fucking business, and he's kind of a weird guy, and I like that a lot. But it's really cool that as a head coach, he went and won the final. Like, I mean, when you think about it, just like to be in the same draft class. Did he go pro? Let me see. Let me do some research on him. Yeah, no. So he only played at West Virginia, and then coached for the Celtics G League team, and then coached for another college team at D2 school, and then he coached for the Celtics again, and then eventually got the the interim job and all that. But that's just a really, really like cool story. Obviously I wanted the Mavericks to win and all that, but like it's interesting because most people would be like, obviously most people want to be the player on the court doing all that stuff, but the way that he's just a really fucking good coach, and you can just see in the way that they operated and played, and just like, it's just watching really good hoops, Like the Mavericks are really exciting and fun to watch, and I'm not going to talk negatively on them at all, but the Celtics are just like a juggernaut-ass team, and a lot of it had to do with just like the mindset that they approach the game all together, and then from like the coach all the way on. And I don't know, I just thought that was cool. It was an interesting little thing, but I'm gonna save all of my other ball talk for another episode. So it's been about 25 minutes. Like I said, I was just checking in Mitch Wayne's World. I'm gonna try to keep my episodes from like 20 to 40 minutes, and again, I'm just gonna follow through on some things. All right, because we gotta grow this bitch. We gotta get this bitch popping. We gotta figure out how to make this grow. Between me and you, I'm having fun, and I'm having a good time, and we're doing the video journal and all that, and it's nice. But we want to have some more fun, and we want to get this bitch popping. Start doing some more exciting things. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna follow through, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. It's been Mitch Wayne's World. Have a good one.
Mitch Wayne's World.